Hey, what's up, gang? Joe Simpson here. It is Friday, Memorial Day weekend. We are embarking on a long weekend. I can't wait to do a little fishing and show you guys some new products come Memorial Day. I have a brand new video coming out. Stay tuned for that one. It's going to be good, and I worked really hard on it. So hopefully you guys will watch it. I wanted today talk about a product called Monsterbass. And you guys probably know Lucky Tackle Box, Mystery Tackle Box. You've seen the slams. You've seen the, executive boxes, the junior boxes, the this, the that. This is Monsterbass, and this is their box. It comes very similar to Lucky Tackle Box and Mystery Tackle Box. And their claim is that they send you a much more valuable package of lures than you could buy on your own. Here's all the stuff you're going to get, and here's the retail prices, and we're going to give you this box for a lower price. So I signed up for 3 months. It cost me $72. That's $24, right? Yeah, $24 per box. And I'm going to just test drive it, see what it's like, and go from there. So let's walk through this box opening and see what's inside. And you guys tell me below if you think this is worth $24. I got 3 hooks. I got a 2, a 3, and a 4/0, and these are, like Texas rig style hooks. They look just fine. They're from Sandbar Tackle. I would want to see a little more hooks in there, but it is kind of nice that they're giving you more than just one size. I've never heard of this company before. It's called Rabid Baits, and they have this really interesting looking craw. If you look at this craw, you'll notice that the pinchers are actually feathers, and I'm going to pull one out and give you a closer look. It looks like the body is a pumpkin green, and looks like the pinchers are red. And here's what it looks like up close. And those feathers, I'm sure, will look a lot better underwater. But yeah, decent looking body, good looking lure, and they stink. I mean, I pulled it out and it definitely has an odor, and it has like a little flat back here. So that's going to be good for a little mushroom head or a stand-up head. So this thing will just kind of stick up right off the bottom and wave at the fish and say, come and eat me. Okay, next on the list is a bomber. And this is a Model A. This is basically, it looks like a shallow runner, maybe a 3-4 foot. It's not a square bill, but it's definitely like a crankbait. And it's just the Bomber A. Looks like your garden variety bomber. I have no less than probably 40 of these. So I'm not sure how this will work out, but we'll give it a shot and give it a run. It's a different pattern than I'm used to. It looks kind of like a speckled trout pattern, so we could try that and see if that works. Next on the list is Super K, and these are a jig company, and I'll pull this one out, but the packaging looks like this, and this looks like kind of an orange and green, kind of a bluegill sunfish type of coloring. And here is your jig up close out of the package. You can see it's got kind of a narrow head. It's going to kind of sit in this fashion here, and it's got a nice little strip of orange, and it's got the sungill colors that I like so much. This is one of my favorite colors. So yeah, I think this will be good. The hook looks very, very legit, and I think this is going to be a good one. Next on the list is a Lunker Hunt spinnerbait. It's kind of a red and black color. I kind of would have liked a different color in this, but I think it'll be okay. It's got Colorado blade and one little willow blade on the top. And we have a Savage Gear topwater lure. This is called the Mud Minnow. Now, I have seen this one on the internet a little bit, and I do know that this is very popular lately. But it's a walking pencil bait. Let me dig this thing out of the package. This is the Savage Gear Mud Minnow. It's 3.5 inches long. It is called the SH Shrimp, I think, color. So this definitely could be something I would use. It has a nice feather tail on the back, some decent looking hooks. So this one might be a good one. And that's about it. So let's walk through what these are supposed to be by price. The Savage Gear Mud Minnow is $9. The Bomber A is $6. The Lunker Hunt is $5 for the spinnerbait. The Rabid Baits is $7 for the pack of craws. The Sandbar Tackle hooks are $3, and the contest bait, which I think is the jig. I don't really know what the contest bait means. I don't know enough about this program yet to know. But yeah, I did do the math, and I did do some fact checking online, and these do actually total $35. A couple lures I think are awesome. I think the jig, and I like the Mud Minnow. The spinnerbait is kind of meh to me. The craws are cool. Don't know if they'll work any better than any other craws, but they look interesting, so I definitely want to give these a shot. So here's my take on these subscription boxes, and you can just comment below on your opinion as well. If you are an avid fisherman and you fish all the time and you fish 3 or 4 big bodies of water and it's always kind of the same routine, you probably have your system figured out. So I don't know if this Monsterbass box or these LTBs or these mystery tackle boxes are going to be necessarily super helpful for you in catching more fish necessarily. What I do think it will do is it'll take somebody who's been fishing a long time and kind of stuck in their ways and maybe make them branch out into different lures that they normally wouldn't use. On the flip side, if you're not a very good fisherman and you haven't fished for very long, you can fill out the information on these subscription services and say, I fish in Virginia, I fish in ponds, and I fish on the banks. And they're going to send you the lures that'll probably work best for those scenarios. And over time, what you'll find, if you do like 12 months of this stuff, you're going to pick your 4 or 5 baits that are just knockouts, and then you're going to have the handful of baits on the side that are going to be just okay. I think as you get better as a fisherman, you'll figure it out. But I'm not 100% sold on the subscription bait boxes. If you're the kind of person who likes a surprise every month, that might be fine. If you're the kind of person that just wants to see new and interesting baits, that might be fine. But if I'm going for one of these subscriptions for interesting and maybe outside of the box baits, then I need to not be getting jigs and spinnerbaits, because that's really not outside the box. But that's not necessarily the focus of these companies. Sometimes these companies will say, I'm going to give you what regionally works the best in your area, and they want you to have success. So I think that's kind of their key. So it's still a 50-50 for me. I'm not 100% sold on these bait boxes and these bait box companies. I used to have Lucky Tackle Box, then I had Mystery Tackle Box. I compared them for a while. I started accumulating stuff, and I still have lures from those subscription services last year that I never used. So maybe shame on me for not using them, but maybe it's just the way that this goes. So I don't know. You guys give me your opinion. I'm not kind of passing judgment good or bad on this box. I don't know if I had $25 in my hand, if I went into Dick's, that I'd walk out with the same bag of stuff. But who knows? If I take this Mud Minnow and go catch, 3 5-pound bass tomorrow, I'd be singing a different tune. So I'm going to give these lures a shot. I'm going to try them out and maybe try a slam. We'll judge these lures by the performance, and we'll see how they work out. And, we'll branch out and try different stuff because, by all means, I'm open. I'll try anything. Hey guys, I have one more tip for you guys today that I forgot to mention after the slam. I wanted to look at these real quick. Have you ever had a frog like this and your legs come ripping out of the thing and they just disappear, or your legs get beat up, or you're left with only like 2 on this side and 3 on the other side? Well, there's a place called Barlow's Tackle, and I'm sure there's a bunch of places that sell this stuff, but in particular, Barlow's Tackle has a really good run on some of these different products. But they will actually sell the rubber legs and skirts and the material that you need to put your frogs back into good shape. So if you ever get a frog that gets kind of beat up or dilapidated, but the body's in good shape and the hooks are still strong, don't throw them away. Get some new dressings. And it's also a good way to kind of pimp out your lures. You'll notice that this one has some nice sparkle and glitter in it, so it might give you a different angle and a different look. Anyway, check it out, Barlow's Tackle. It was like $3 or $4, and it's pretty easy. There's videos online, and I can show you how to do it if you want me to. But basically, you just pull out your old legs. You take those legs, you tie them in a knot, and that knot in the middle will hold those in place when you pull them through the back rear end of that frog. Those are 7-inch Star Flash musky skirts. I don't think it matters what they're called. These are just black and lime green glitter, and I think they look super. I'm going to put them on a couple of my frogs that have some beat up legs. You guys hang in there, have a good weekend. And guys, seriously, Memorial Day, I'm going to come out with a bang up video. It's going to be good. It's not necessarily like catching tons and tons of fish, but it's a product I think you're going to want to see. It's going to be cool. I've made a really good video. You guys are going to love it. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good weekend. Tight lines.